So one of the first things that you might be wondering once you've figured out how to get grid working is how can I get enough nodes to be able to run all my tests? And how can I really utilize the grid? And so there's a couple of different strategies. I'm going to go over some of the basic strategies that most people use. So the first one is just to have a lot of small machines. So you could buy a bunch of Mac minis, or you could have some very cheap Windows or Linux boxes. It doesn't take much really to run a grid node. It just needs to really be able to run a browser and to just run that Selenium server. So it doesn't need very much at all. And you can run multiple instances on a particular machine. So just because you have one machine connected as a node doesn't mean you can only run one test on that machine at a time. You can run multiple ones on there, and that's configurable. The second way that people will do this is to use the developer and QA boxes. For example, at nighttime, you might turn the Selenium server on and set the box to be a node, and then the test can run at night on all of those machines distributed. A third popular choice is from a company called Sauce Labs, and here's the link for their website. And they actually are a cloud-based service specifically for Selenium, and so you can actually connect to their machines and run your tests distributed against their machines and browsers in the cloud. So this completely takes the infrastructure off of your hands, and they provide some nice tools for doing that. It's not a free service, but it's a very good service, and it can save you some money if you were going to invest in a lot of machines yourself, since they already have that infrastructure. Along those same lines, you can use an Amazon EC2 instance and just configure that just the way that you would configure any kind of web service. Since this all works over HTTP, you can basically just use an Amazon EC2 instance, and then you can have your tests running in the cloud. And so you don't always have to pay for those machines. You're just basically paying for what you're using in that case.